Hello guys, welcome to another week in the van build. It is literally so cold right now. I'm not enjoying it. I do like the cold, but not super fun when you have to be working on the van. Jared's at work right now, so today is my day to do stuff. Which is exciting because I haven't really gotten to do too much on the van because it's been a lot of construction and a lot of stuff that I don't know how to do. So today we're doing what I know how to do, which is measuring. I've already taped out part of the van build, but I'm going to show you guys how I'm doing that and why I'm doing that. So let's go inside. Welcome, welcome. That blue line right there is going to be our kitchen. There will be a countertop here at some point. Let's hop on up. And then back here, this is going to be our bed. I have some stuff here because it would have taken a long time to transport it all to the barn. But yeah, so we've got our bed, which is that bigger box. And then this smaller box next to the bed is going to be some like under storage. But yeah, this is going to be our kitchen right here. So like, I don't know, imagine like I'm cooking. Basically how I figured this stuff out was by measuring or finding the dimensions of things that are gonna have to fit in these spaces. So for the bed, I measured our mattress, which is just a standard full-size mattress. So we need to have it going the long ways because Jared is 6'1", so we can't have our head and feet against the walls. We need to be having our feet facing the front of the van. So it's a little bit different of a van build than a lot of people do. A lot of people do have the bed facing the other way, which it would fit, but not in our situation. He's just too tall and we want to be comfortable. That's kind of the whole point of why we got the bigger van. If you've been here for a while, we were caravanning for a minute and then he moved into my 1997 Dodge Ram van, which I could barely stand up in, and I am 5'5", so he was crouching a lot. So we decided to get something a little bit bigger that we could both function in. But yeah, so that's why the bed is gonna go there and why we're gonna have storage on the side. For the kitchen, the way that I measured this was I found a sink that I like on Amazon that I need to order. So I measured a countertop space that was going to fit that sink. Because we're gonna have water tanks and stuff underneath, but those aren't nearly gonna take up as much of a dimension as a sink would, because we can get like skinny water tanks, fit them under here. We're gonna have drawers. It's gonna be a full kitchen. We're gonna have a 2-burner stove. Oh, I actually need to measure to make sure that our Coleman is gonna fit here. Hold on. Alright, the Coleman stove will be fine. We don't want to do a inset stove in this build because there were some issues with like cleaning my old build, so we just decided we're gonna get a brand new Coleman stove like my old one. If you were, oh, I guess I wasn't posting YouTube videos when I was living in the Kia Soul, but I used to cook everything on a green Coleman stove. I thought I saw somebody walking, that was weird. I used to cook everything on a green Coleman stove, and so did Jared. His stove went off with his buyers when he sold his van. My van had an inset stove, but I kept the green stove with me just for emergencies. I have gifted it to Jared's sister Bethany, who's buying a van within the next week or so. It doesn't come with a stove, so I decided to just give that to her because why not be nice about it. It's like a 3-year-old stove, so it's not like it's brand new or anything, but there's insulation beneath me. But yeah, so brand new one will be right here. We are probably going to bolt it down so it's sort of like an inset stove, but it's not. It'll just be a little bit easier to clean if it's not like set into the countertop. So it'll be next to the sink, and then we'll have some counter space for food prep and stuff like that. Now I'm going to do the outline for the couch area, which is actually really big. So I might actually shorten that a little bit and add maybe like a side table or something for work purposes. We'll see. So today's Thursday. Usually today would be a van build day, but instead Jared is putting in a 4th day at work. You might be wondering, why is that? Why would he choose to work more days this week instead of working on our house? Well, I have some crazy news. And this vlog is going to go very differently than I thought it would. I honestly don't know how this video is going to turn out this week. I'm coming home. So those of you who are in California who are wondering when I'm gonna be coming home, we leave a week from yesterday. We weren't planning on leaving until January, but we just decided that it might be best. I've been missing my family since July, and if we're attempting Alaska again next year, it might be another really long period of time between us going back after the van build, and then going to Alaska and then coming back. It might be a really long time again. So we just decided that it might just be for the best for us to go back now and to spend time there while we build the van. So I don't know if that made any sense. Trying to explain it the best that I can. But yeah, I'm coming home.
Hey guys, Jared here. So I'm at the shop obviously, and I'm working still on the panels. It takes so long to do it this way, but I already started doing it on the wall, so you gotta finish. It just takes so long because there's so many panels. I think there's like 40 something, 50 panels, which doesn't sound that much, but the way I'm doing it takes a lot of time because I gotta shiplap each side of the board with the table saw or the dado saw, and I have to stain them. So it's just a long process, and screw them and glue them. But here we are so far. I just cut this fan in. So this one here, obviously I ran the whole board. Oh wait, everything is here. I ran the whole board, and then I just left this piece here, and I just cut that with the jigsaw, and then this cover that came with the Fantastic fans just slides up in. It's not in there fully, but you just got to slide in there, and it's got screw holes on the corner. And it just makes a nice little clean cover thing to cover all this funky edges up and stuff. So as you can see, I got this row of lights in. There's going to be 8 recessed lights total in like the van roof lights. So I whole sawed those in, and that's what I'm working on right now, is this panel, which is gonna be just like this. So I'm hole sawing them when they're not installed yet, and that's what I just was getting to right here. As you can see, hole sawed out. So the lights that we're using, I don't know the specific brand name, but they came off of Amazon, and they're just like recessed RV boat, I don't know. But there were like 4 packs. I can't remember how much they were, but they seem to work quite nicely. But yeah, they got these little springs on the side. So springs. Voila! And that just kind of keeps it from coming out. Oh, I just pushed it out, but yeah, look at this. Look at the sunset. Look at that. Nice. Real nice. Oh, Sylvester! What are you doing out here, bud? Come here. Sylvester! Are you a shop kitty? Sylvester! Oh, baby! Is that you, baby? Come here. Where you going? You got the quietest meow. Meow. Right, so back to business. I reused these little bracers that I used to hold up the insulation, and I'm just using it as a third arm to hold up the panels because I'm installing them by myself. It's just a little easier to hold everything in place. So I'm screwing into these ribs. I think most cargo vans have these. I mean, they're different for different models, but yeah, just the ribs on the roof. I've seen a lot of people put furring strips, like pieces of wood, and they drill them to the rib, so they just screw the panels into the furring strip. But I've had no issue with using these. I think the main issue the main reason they do that is because of these holes in the ribs. Like if you miss the panel and you screw it into one of these, like you're just, you know, you're not going to secure it or anything. But I've just been going a little bit to the left or to the right, but I think mainly to the left. And that's obviously solid metal the whole way. So I've got a pre-drilled hole here, and yeah, I'm gonna shoot a little Gorilla Glue on the back side, which again is probably overkill, but I just want to feel confident in it that it's not gonna fall apart. I mean, just with the screws it'd probably be okay, but I don't know. Trying to get this rigged up here. I feel like such a loser doing this, but hey, you gotta get the shot, right? So I'm gonna countersink the bolt heads, which just means I did my pilot hole for the sheet metal screws, but if I don't countersink the heads will stick out. So countersink is I'm just going over my pilot hole like just barely, so when I screw the bolts in, they'll go flush. Nice little divot in there. Little squirt of Gorilla Glue, because why not? And I'm gonna screw this puppy in. Beautiful. And obviously make sure you have the right size screws. You don't want to be screwing into your roof, because that would be very bad. Lots of water. So yeah, lights are in. They're wired. I just need to screw that cover on. And then continue the panels to this wall here. And I'm assuming there's going to be a funky cut, because these boards aren't perfect. Yeah, so I went one side to the other, and then there'll just be a funky cut on here, instead of, like, you know, starting on both sides, meeting in the middle, that you don't need to have a funky cut in the middle. So yeah.
Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed Jared's clips from yesterday. I hope you learned something. Basically our goal right now is to just get the whole like walls and ceiling encased before we leave. Hi!
Howdy!
Yeah, so to just get the walls and ceiling encased in the wood so that those are all done, because everything will just feel a little bit more secure driving across the country. We were planning on not going to California until we have furniture, but we just think that this is the best situation for us for a multitude of reasons. Some of them are personal, so I don't really want to get super into those right now, perhaps in the future, but long story short, we are heading to California in about 4 days. So yeah. I also do want to clarify, because I don't think it was super clear when I was talking about California in the last video based on a couple of the comments that I got. There were some references to other YouTubers, other van lifers trying to get to California for travel reasons and turning around. We're not going to California to travel and explore. Not that we won't be doing some of that once the van is in working, living conditions, but we're not going there to explore and do travel-y things. We're going there because my family lives there and I haven't seen them since early March. We will be staying with my parents. So if a quarantine is required, we will have the means to do so. We're not going to be living in the van. We're going to be staying at their house to do the van build. So yeah, sorry that wasn't necessarily clear. I know I've been on the road for a year now. Straight. I've been on the road for over that, more like a year and a half, but sorry that wasn't clear. I'm from California. I'm still a California resident even though the van is registered in Kentucky. My license says California, and since Jared and I live together, he would be allowed to quarantine with me, even though he doesn't hold California residency. So yeah. Okay, so my camera is going to die, but I just wanted to say bye to you guys, close this out, and let you know that next week's video is probably not going to be posted on schedule because we have to drive across the country. I don't know when we're gonna have secure enough cell service to be able to upload next week's video, especially because I want to vlog the entire trip, because it's going to be an expedited cross-country road trip and I want to bring you guys along the entire journey, not just a section of it. So we'll see you guys next week. Not sure when, but make sure you follow me on Instagram for updates. I'm at Hallie's Wandering Soul. You'll find me there. You'll find announcements there and a lot of other fun things. So I hope I see a couple of you on that platform as well. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you next week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you aren't already, and safe travels. See you then.